And welcome to another edition of our Coach's Corner. I'm joined now by Drake head football coach Rick Fox, coming off a homecoming. Great day, coach. Crowd of almost 3,000. Maybe a little hot for the football players, but what a win over Valpo, 38-13. How important is it to get that first win of the conference?
Yeah, it's always big to get that first conference win and get off to a good start. That's so important, and you have to win at home in this league because it's so hard to win on the road, and so we've got to get those wins at home. And it was great to have a great crowd and beautiful day for the fans. A little warm for the players, but that was one of the things I was so proud of how our guys dealt with was the heat, and so big win for us.
Yeah, definitely. The passing game was a big part of the day. Grant Kramer, 450 yards passing. Talk about the development of the passing game here over the last couple of games.
Yeah, we knew coming in we lost a lot of great receivers from last year, including one who's playing on Sundays,
right.
but others too. And but we also had confidence in our young receivers and the kind of potential they had. And so one of our goals in our non-conference games was to bring those guys along so they were ready for the conference schedule, and you saw what they were capable of doing. And then, as we've been talking in the past, Grant has just matured so much as a quarterback in this offense and understanding how to work the offense rather than make it work and
right.
force it. And he did a great job of that Saturday. We need to continue to have him do that.
Let's not forget about the defense, especially in the second half. You allowed just 29 yards, 3 interceptions. And again, battling that heat the entire game, you've got to be impressed with that.
Yeah, Valparaiso has a very good offense. They scored 28 points against Montana at Montana, 40 points against Duquesne. And so they brought a lot of talented guys in here, and they had that first drive. But I'll tell you what was a huge play in the game was that blocked extra point, because you could just feel the momentum change.
Nearly ran it back.
Exactly. It was a tiring 80 yards to run for nothing in return. But that was a big play, and then our defense, really from that point on, played outstanding against a talented offense with some playmakers, and so really proud of how they played.
Now, we all know you played a couple of really tough non-conference opponents. Now you maybe are able to evaluate your team a little bit better. What have you seen on tape?
Yeah, it's the things we expected. We need to be great on the lines of scrimmage in our offensive line and defensive line, and they did that on Saturday. We need to continue to have them do that. So that's not a surprise to us. Defensively, in the secondary and at the linebacker position, as well as at our so-called skill positions on offense, that's where we need to mature. We needed to step up, and we saw them do that this past Saturday. And that's the benefit of playing the kind of people we played early, because you have to grow up fast against those kind of people. Well,
you mentioned right out the top of the segment, it's tough to win on the road in this conference, and you're going to hit the road, take on Butler. You've had some great matches in the past. Talk about that team a little bit and what you're going to face on Saturday.
Hey, the Battle of the Bulldogs is always a battle, and it's always a great football game, and we expect nothing less than that. They really played a nice ball game at San Diego, one of the toughest places to go and play in our conference. And they always bring a lot of weapons offensively. They do that again this year, and then give you a lot of different looks defensively and try to confuse you, and that's difficult to handle against them. So I'm sure it's going to be a tough game, and going on the road is always tough in our conference.
Well, trying to make it 2-0 on the road. Good luck on Saturday, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Rick. Look forward to it.
Okay, that's head coach Rick Fox. I'm Rick Silvestrini, and this has been another Coach's Corner.